Okay, this is Algebra 1 4.5. So I want you to skip number 1 and 2. All of these, where we're supposed to find the line of best fit, we're going to use the calculators. And you're going to want to use the graphing calculators, the ones that look like this. And I'm going to do number 3 on your worksheet. The table looks like this. So the first thing you do, let's see if you can, yeah, that's not great. You're going to hit the stat button, choose edit. You're going to enter your X values into list 1. Your Y values get entered into list 2. If there's already numbers in here and you have to clear them, you want to go cursor up until the L1 is highlighted. And then you're going to hit clear, enter. And that clears out the list. And then you're just going to go in and put all these values in for the X for L1, and these values all go into L2. When you're done with that, you're going to go back to the stat button, and then you're going to cursor over to the right to the word calc, and then you're going to choose number 8, linear regression. And then when you do that, I'm going to show you on the calculator what you're going to see. That's stupid light. Okay. So if you'll note, if you can read this, it says y equals a plus bx. I'm going to write that down here. I'm just going to write down what my calculator says. So it says that a is -8 and b is 1.8. It has this value. And then it has this value. We're going to talk about this value here in a second. All right, so the way this is written, I know that A represents the y-intercept and B represents the slope in this case. So the equation of this line would be y equals, there's the slope, and there's the y-intercept. Now, it'll say the correlation, I'll just tell you, R is the correlation coefficient. And what this tells us about our line that the calculator came up with, the R values range from -1 to +1. So if your R value is really close to +1, that means that this is a really good fit for a positive correlation between X and Y. If the R value were close to -1, in other words, if this were a -0.97, then it would be a good correlation, a negative correlation between X and Y. Because our R value is 0.97, that's pretty close to 1. That means that this is a pretty good fit. So when they ask you on the worksheets, it'll say identify, interpret the correlation coefficient. You would say the correlation coefficient is 0.976, which means that this is a good, this line, this equation is a good fit for the data, for a positive correlation. So remember, you're going to skip number 1 and 2, and 3 through 5 you're going to do on the graphing calculator. And if this is if you're going to be out in the commons today or tomorrow, I'll make sure that you have one of those graphing calculators to work with. All right, that's it for 4.5.